It's Week 7 of the NFL. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Bengals and the Browns, and it comes your way next.
The veneer of a new season is gone. Yes, we used veneer in a football game. We're in the middle of the schedule now. It's away here in Week 7. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. That throw finds Shemar Chase. Decent gain here, but short of the first. So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
42.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty.
Encroachment defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5.
11, MT. 11.
Burrow out of the shotgun. On target to his man Higgins. And he's able to get this down to the 36. He gets 6 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. To throw again, it's Burrow. Finds his man Chase. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Higgins makes the catch. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Play action now, Burrow. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a...
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Shemar Chase touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. To return, Jerome Ford. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
As you take the field coming off of a bye week, you really want to take advantage of what you just did. The self-scouting, the evaluating of yourself over the early part of this season, and make sure you capture what you want to do and what you have to do over the rest of the season.
They left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To throw here on first down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
Yeah, I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick-6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Throw wheeled in by Njoku. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 32. Pass complete to Thrash. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And now the Bengals have it. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Gets himself free. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now quick to the left, it's caught. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Burrow from the gun. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Butker knocks it through. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Browns getting their offense out there. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. They'll run here on first down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside. That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Throw on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From midfield now. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. Taking a big shot for the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
He sends this one to the end zone. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. DJ Turner comes up with it. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Got his target. It's Higgins. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, you kind of know this is going to happen at least a couple of times this season. They catch the rookie there for roughing the passer.
Yeah, I think this coach would like to have a governor. Kind of like on golf carts, you know, so you don't act crazy and a fool. Some of these rookie defenders, I know coaches would love to put a governor on them for a little bit of discipline that just doesn't naturally come for a rookie.
12, 12, 12. 11, mighty. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. 17-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Burrow setting up the play action. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Grant tapped in to pick it off. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for him. He breaks the tackle, and he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. This time it's a passing play. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he'll go down here at the 16. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury. Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return coming from the 6. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Throwing the out route complete. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger but that back remains hungry.
First down, Burrow to throw. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
180. 180. Start. Start.
From the 43. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They go play action on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. On target to his man Higgins. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals with a chance to add to their lead. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completes this one to Chase. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. Butker knocks it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Hauled in left side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Play action on first down. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Pass play coming here. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's a throw. He beams one deep right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Bengals are going to be backed up to begin this drive. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. A quick slant. Here's Gesicki. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They'll come up 1st and 10. Burrow. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So second down coming up. Burrow back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. To throw again, it's Burrow. He has the first over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Higgins makes the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. That's Gesicki, he's got it. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
What is that?
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We've hit halftime here in Cincinnati. The Bengals carrying a lead into the locker room. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time
Here's
left for this one
on to handle the
tighten up
kickoff.
significantly.
Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Browns are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's Tillman, he's got it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
From the 41. Thrash hauls it in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a 1st. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Looking for a throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a gain of 4 there, and that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Setting up a throw. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's get set.
Burrow to the air now. This finds all complete. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Second and 13. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Gun. Dot.
Burrow setting to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll run here. It's Zach Moss who gets it. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Burrow out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he wasn't needed at all in the 1st half, partner. This is going to be his 1st punt. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. Back out now comes the Browns offense. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 29. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Browns are lined up to punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be Bengals football. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That was Shemar Chase he was looking for there. So that brings up 2nd down. Here's Burrow. The Browns close in and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Throwing from the gun here. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. And following that return, we've got an injured player down there. He'll receive some assistance as we step aside. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing now, off play action. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Simple dive up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. He'll get this to Tillman. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's going to be 4th and short. Dustin Hopkins is going to try this Browns field goal. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Carlson's kick is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Stop.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Burrow from the gun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Burrow. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll start this series with an option left. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back to throw. coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Throwing from the gun. Throw left side, complete. And they bring him down around the 34. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that gives the Browns a first. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Judy there to grab it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Handoff now from the gun. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. And he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. But he sure made that one look routine.
From the red zone now. This throw is cut. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They'll send him up the middle. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. He's dropping back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns now within 1 score in the 4th. David Njoku, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
He's throwing for it. Drops back. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Gonna need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing is Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. It is caught left side. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Running on 2nd with Moss. And they'll stop him after a minimal gain, down to about the 36. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. He'll look to throw it. Completes this one to Chase. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
12, 11 Thomas, 11 MT, 11 MT.
Brown on the inside give. And it's a gain on the run down to the 23. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end gets it running forward. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So in the jungle, the Bengals take the win. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.